right? Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. We're going to jump up to the daily time frame first. Today is Tuesday, March 17th. I don't have any green on because I'm not a leprechaun and I don't get into the whole St. Patrick's Day stuff no more, right? But if you into all of that, hey, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. But we didn't get an opportunity to do a price action recap yesterday because I was dog-tired, boss, right? So I woke up at like 5:55 and I said, yep, that's not going to happen, right? So today we're going to look back a couple days, meaning we're going to look at Monday and Tuesday because we didn't get a chance to look at price yesterday. I'm not going to say I'm going to go through the whole time frames on Monday and Tuesday, but we're just going to talk about Monday and Tuesday, right? So last week we spoke about how we had traded down on last week Monday and taken out this significant amount of sell side liquidity. Okay, what did the algorithm do when it took out that sell side liquidity? Well, let's look and see, shall we? Right, we came down and took out the previous month's low, right? That is the low of February, right? We came down, swept February's low. We came down, swept a prior week's low. This is Monday, right? This right here is the low of the prior week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? So we swept a prior week's low. We swept the previous week's low, we swept the previous month's low, and we took out a much higher time frame low. Okay, so we came down and swept a significant amount of liquidity, and then we rallied all the way back up into our consolidation area where we had been respecting. Well, who remember the PD array that we said we had been respecting during all of this sideways motion right here? Who can tell me that? Who's in the chat or inside the Zoom? Answer fast. Who's in the Zoom or in the chat that can tell me what PD array that we said we had been respecting for all this? For all this time? Who remember? Order block. Very good here to learn this, yeah. Very good. We had been respecting this down close candle from February the 5th. And we said since we had come down into a discount and taken liquidity, right? Well, initially we just set relative equal lows, but we had come down into a discount and taken this liquidity here and traded back up and offered that opening price from February 5th. We said that we want to see this February 5th down close candle, see if it be used as a bullish order block on the intraday time frames, meaning have daily closures respect the mean threshold of that down close candle. Now, until we offer the opening price of February 3rd, these three down close candles are not technically an order block yet for this time frame. But using our analytical part of our brain, we're looking to see if the price is going to start to show us bullish respect for bullish order flow by respecting this as a bullish order block. And we see that that has been happening for a long time. Yes, we are in a sale program, but where are we in the sale program? We're down here in the discount, right? This is our highest high, and now this is our lowest low. Previously, that was our lowest low, and the latest expansion of this sale program right here, right? This was the highest high. This was the lowest low, right? We came up, took out liquidity, dropped down, took out liquidity. So this was the latest dealing range expansion leg inside this overall sale program / consolidation that we've been in for a really long time. And we just keep extending the sale program. right? But we're down here just engineering liquidity in the discount. But Tim, how do you know it's a discount? Because we take a Fibonacci tool and run it there. See, we're below 50%. Let me make that bigger for those who can't see. We're below 50% of the range. So we're down here in a discount of the dealing range, right? Then we made a lower low and we're still down here in the discount of the dealing range, okay? So we're down here just engineering liquidity, all right? And what do we know the algorithm to do whenever it breaks structure? It tends to go into a consolidation. So as price came down here and took out these lows here, right? We got us a bit, matter of fact, right there is actually a bearish breaking market structure right there on the daily, because that swing low, right, that low took out those highs. So we trade back down below that low. That's technically a breaking market structure. But since that's internal liquidity to this bullish dealing range right here, right? We're looking at this as the true breaking market structure, because we've broken outside of this dealing range. External liquidity, trade it down, external liquidity, because we went from external to external, right? So a breaking market structure. So once we break market structure, price has been right here at this bearish breaker, just engineering liquidity for a really, really, really long time. Now we have been in this same range from the breaking structure here on February the 4th up into today. We've been there for 28 trading days, right? So we're looking at 27, 28 trading days, which has been roughly 40 to 41 calendar days. So we have been there for a really long time, over a month, right? We've been there for over a month, just here, sitting here engineering liquidity. And once we came down last week on Monday and we swept the liquid, because we was watching this, we said, will this remain a long-term low, right? All this time, that low was staying intact. Then we came down and swept that low. But what did we do? We traded right back up above mean threshold of that order block. So we swept liquidity, came right back into the range, respecting the order block, right? Then what did we do? For Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday last week, we sold back down, closed inside the rejection block, right? So we've come back down into more liquidity. Why do I say that? Because this is the lowest body that was created in this range, right? So this is the lowest close out of all of this range right here, right? This is the lowest close. Like if I put a horizontal line right there, and that right there, what is that? That's our order block. I'm using air quotes. That's what we want to see used as our order block, right? We got one more over there. We got one that's a little bit lower, right? So for the most recent price action, this is the lowest body, and then that's our lowest body of them all. So that's the lowest close period, right? So then we came over here and we set a new lowest close, right? So now we got a new close that's lower than my calibrated. I was a little off. I was thinking it was this one, but it was actually that one back there. But we got a new close down here inside of this rejection block, okay? And then what do we do once we created these down close candles, right? Remember what we said, every time we created consecutive down close candles, what do we do the next day? Close above mean threshold of that last down close candle. If we created one down close candle, the next day we close above mean threshold of that down close candle. Okay, so When we got over here, we created consecutive down close candles. And what we got that lower closed and everything, what do we do? The next day, we got below that new low close, right? Sweeping out the liquidity. And then we close where? Above mean threshold of that last down close candle, right? And traded all the way back up. We came right back up, wicked above mean threshold, then closed below it. Then today, right, we opened up, traded back down, right? Traded back down into that last down close candle. Then we traded all the way back up and closed just above mean threshold of that February 5th down close candle. So now we are still in the middle of the road. Yeah, I know y'all thought I was gonna say, oh, we moving outside there. Oh, we finna go out. Oh, what I said before. I said until we start getting displacement away from this range, right? Because we talked about it here. We said this candle there closed with the possibility of creating a SIBI that big, right? We traded back up into the range. We did create a SIBI, right? But where is that SIBI created? Inside the range. So we're not looking at that as a fair value gap because it's just a SIBI that's in the middle of this very efficiently delivered area, right? So we're not looking at it as a fair value gap, right? It's just still inside this range of, we're just engineering this liquidity, letting liquidity build up on both sides of the range. Right, and we're just expanding the range. We was building up liquidity here and building up liquidity there. We took out the buy side, came down, took out the sell side. So now we got liquidity here and liquidity there, right? And then we came and took out the sell side, right? And now we've moved back into the range. So we got all this buy side up here that still hasn't been touched, and we've been showing signs of respecting bullish order flow and the discount of this bearish dealing range, right? What is the algorithm? Buys in a discount and sells in a premium, right? So we've been showing signs of respecting bullish order flow and the discount of this range, right? But we still haven't gotten any clues as to if the we still haven't gotten any clues to let us know that if the algorithm wants to expand down or up. Why? Because here on this day when we expanded with the opportunity to create a SIBI that's leaving this range, what do? Bounce back in and respect mean threshold of the last down close candle. And then the next day we move back into the middle of the road. Right, move right back to the middle of the road. And what do I mean the middle of the road? Right, I'm gonna borrow this from the order block and go to the highest high to the lowest low of our consolidation range. And you see there, that's the middle of the road. Let me fatten that up for those who can't see. Right, that's the. Let me change the color of it too, just in case. Yeah. Y'all be like, Tim, which one you talk about? All right, let's go with orange. And we gonna use one color and go with the orange. That I do not like that. Let's go with the blue. Yeah, we'll go with the blue. All right. So, right back in the middle of the road, inside our consolidation area. We are not leaving this area. We are not displacing. We are not like getting a pound. We are not tipping a hand, right? The algorithm is doing nothing but consolidating inside the range. Tim, how does this help me? It lets you know a defined range, so it lets you know where you need to be trading in. So Tim, how can I use this? The way you can use this is, right? We know the highest high and we know the lowest low, correct? Yes, we do. So now that you know the highest high and the lowest low, go over here and put it in the 4th grade, right? You come over here and put it in the 4th grade. Where's my 0.5? All right. And my 7.5. There it is. You put it in the 4th grade, right? And once you put it in the 4th grade, what are you looking for? You're looking for opportunities to trade where? At the bus stops. And notice, right? Y'all can see it just like I see it. Y'all see how I just put this in the 4th grade, right? So we made the high here. This is where we made the high. Here, over here on February 25th. We made the low over here on March the 9th. Okay, how do we align our Fibonacci tool once we make the high and the low? Right, so once this candle rejected and came up here and closed, right, we align our Fibonacci tool. Right, this is how we align our Fibonacci tool. We come here, right, and in our mind, we anchor it like this. This is how we anchor it from February 25th to March 9th, right, from the high to the low. And then in our mind, we look at it like this. And we say from March 9th forward, I'm looking for high probability trading opportunities at these bus stops right here, right? And anything that's above equilibrium, I'm looking for opportunities to sell. Anything that's below equilibrium, I'm looking for opportunities to buy. Where am I looking for it to buy? At these bus stops right here. And what did price do? Right, on this day, we traded up to that bus stop, went up there, created relative equal high, sold off. Again, traded up to that bus stop, sold off. Right, traded all the way down to this bus stop, closed there, opened up the next day, traded back up to that bus stop, and then we hung out there. Why are we hanging out there? Guess what? That's equilibrium. So it's just kind of giving you a which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? What happens at equilibrium? Price tends to just consolidate. Man, drop one of these. Y'all do me a favor, man. Hit a like for the algorithm, and if you ain't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe.